Hey, this is Vika and this is Bad Health Monologues. So I'm going to be combining like the Wednesday and Thursday videos because I'm not there Friday and Thursday. I'm going to Toronto. Basically what's going to happen is that I'm going to tell you guys what I did today for Marching March because it's the only day in March that I've experienced so far. I walked a lot. Went and walked and bought candy and I know, counterproductive a little, but still, overall I think I walked maybe 45 minutes or something like that today, so I'm pretty happy with that, even though it was, the weather was a little bit cold, but it was very sunny this morning, so that was super nice. I'm going to move on to my top 5 Thursday. You can pause it now and watch it on Thursday if you really want to wait, or you can just keep watching right now, because we're already here. So grab a seat. The top 5 things that surprised me about depression. I found myself really surprised by a couple of things that I guess people don't really talk about, or maybe I didn't understand to what extent that it was happening. My glasses are distracting me because there's things in them. We're going glasses free now. My number 5 thing. There was a lot of public service announcements saying like, depression doesn't only affect you, it affects the ones around you. And I was like, well, yeah, I guess like low energy or whatever, like that's gonna suck. Big time for the people around you, I guess, yeah. But what they don't tell you is that you will ruin relationships. And it's not like you will seek out to ruin relationships at all. Like, I never sought out to ruin relationships with people that I was friends with. I almost did a couple of times, and inadvertently I had pushed my parents away without even realizing it, or I had even pushed most of my friends away without realizing it because I was so self-absorbed and trying to, like, fix myself. I know I honestly, like, I just didn't tell anybody how bad I was doing, really, so people were not really understanding why. I just disappeared. I just stopped talking. I, like, stopped reaching out to people. I was talking to the people who were reaching out to me, but I wasn't reaching out to people at all. You know, I feel like that cooled off a lot of the relationships that I could have built with some really awesome people. I'm grateful that a lot of the people in my life are understanding and, you know, have forgiven my absence and understand why I didn't reach out to them and didn't take it personally. Number 4, physical pain. I'm sorry, but like nowhere on these PSAs does it say that you're going to be hurting like a mother all the time. Maybe it's just a symptom I have that some people don't get with depression, but my goodness, my lower back, my knees, my legs, it has been quite the adventure on the physical pain scale. Neck aches also from like the anxiety and the stress, like just constantly like hunching over like this whenever you're stressed. It's awful. And like, of course, with my stomach problems, anxiety was making it a lot worse, so I was really surprised to what degree physical pain was a symptom of depression. Number 3. I'm someone that's like reasonably like, you know, I'll fly off the handle every now and then, like as a joke, you know, like, oh, this guy, like, oh, table flip, you know, like, it's a joke, it's funny. I was always sort of making light of my emotions, and in a way that helped me control my emotions. And I realized that this didn't help me. It sort of like brought me to being depressed because I wasn't really managing my emotions. I was sort of pushing them back down. Once I sort of said, okay, well, doing this is bad, so I'm gonna stop doing this and I'm going to confront my emotions mano a mano, you know? I'm a boss. I got this. I can confront these guys. They're there. I just push them down. They're fine. They're gonna come out. It's fine. Wow, do they ever come out? That's the thing that I noticed, is that like all of a sudden, because I wasn't pushing them down, they were just like just all over the place. I'm hangry. Hangry, yeah, for real. When I get hungry now, it's like, before I was getting irritable, and now I could probably tear off someone's head. I don't know. I lost it, like, just completely lost it in, like, sittings, like, I'll be just talking to my boyfriend, we're playing a card game, and then I'm, like, legit flipping tables and being really upset. It's crazy whenever you don't control your emotions, or at least like whenever I don't suppress it. Like, I guess I never learned to control my emotions. I just pushed them down and pretended they were inexistent. No one warned me for that. Number 2. I had no idea that I was depressed for a long time, and that surprised me. Because whenever I saw people going through a depression, you know, to me it was always like, there you go, that's your problem, you're depressed. And it was like fairly obvious for me to look at somebody and go, my goodness, yeah, that's definitely, like, I think that's the problem. Whenever I kind of like internalized it, Depression. Depression, people are upset, people are sad whenever they're depressed. People are sad. No, not necessarily. Some people do get extreme sadness. That's fine. That's just one symptom of many that are involved in depression. I just felt nothing. And that was hard. You know you're you, and you know how to be you, but you just don't feel like it or have the energy to, and you're sort of just constantly in one emotion where like someone asks you like, what would make you happy right now? And you sort of sit there and go, I don't know. I don't know. Nothing. Nothing would make me happy right now. It was scary to sort of be empty after being, you know, so full of these bottled up emotions constantly. It was just weird. And yes, I had moments of sadness. Yes, I had moments of like crying and like sort of like curled up into a ball wondering like, wow, really, is this my life? Like I'm going to be sick like this forever? Like I have stomach problems and epilepsy, and now I have a depression thing going on, and I have seasonal affective disorder at 24-year-old. Why am I so broken? And I was angry at life's unfairness. You assume depressed means sad, but not necessarily. Number one, a lot of people ask you, like whenever you see a doctor to get a doctor's note or whatever, they ask you, have you had dark thoughts, or in French, des pensées noires? I was like, no. Like, never thought like, wow, I should kill myself. You know, nothing like that. There was never a time where I thought that. So I said, no, I have no dark thoughts. That's really like, wow, I don't think I'm that far gone. Like I just feel nothing. Like I'm not sad or anything and feel like I need to end the suffering or anything like that. Like I'm just neutral. And that's when I realized the dark thoughts doesn't have to be about suicide necessarily. It can just be thoughts like, wow, I feel nothing. What's the point of living? I didn't say I had to kill myself. I never wanted to kill myself, but I definitely for a while questioned why I was trying so hard to live a normal life. Because I was like, well, I'm broken. Just that kind of like dark thoughts, negative self-talk, it happens, and it happens so subtly that you don't even necessarily notice that you're doing it. Whenever someone asks you, do you have dark thoughts? They also mean like, are you unaware of the reasons why you should live? Are you completely devoid of emotions? Do you have no faith in yourself to be able to accomplish anything? That positive side going, that's kind of ridiculous, is just not there. So it's hard to think of them as dark thoughts or negative thoughts because there's no positive to compare it with. And that's, I think, the thing that surprised me the most. Even up until last month, I didn't think they were dark thoughts. As much as I wanted this to be a more lighthearted top 5, because last week's was kind of heavy, I got inspired after talking to one of my friends about depression to just write down 5 things that surprised me about depression. Sometimes whenever you're in it, it's hard to recognize it for a really, really long time. Once you do realize it, there's so many emotions that you're kind of going through or not going through, and it's easy to just feel broken or to feel like you're not worth helping. I felt like I needed to do the top 5 to sort of tell you guys that feel this way that it's okay to feel these things. Maybe talk to somebody that you trust about this. And these things are manageable with direction and with assistance. And that's where I'm getting at, is that it's hard to reach out, but reach out just to one person and make that person the person you trust the most, the person that will help you the most. I will see you all next week, because like I said, there will be no wrap-up Friday. I'm just sort of like taking on the video and making a long one, because I'm not there. And I will be able to tell you guys all about the exciting things I did in Toronto, so that's pretty cool. On that note, stay happy, take care of yourselves, very important, to do some self-love. I will see you all on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye!